Hello everyone. Today I have a very special guest with me right now. He's here. His name is Mohammad Imran, a young talent who has just become India's latest international master. First of all, Imran, congratulations. How do you
Yeah,
feel
thank you
right
very
about
much.
now?
Yeah, for now, yeah, I'm quite happy that I'm still alive after playing this many tournaments in a row. Yeah, I am also feeling very pleased, yeah, because it finally paid off after a relentless effort, and yeah. So yeah, I'm very happy. Yeah.
Yeah. So just tell us your story. This playing, I believe you played 4 or 5 tournaments in a row back to back. How was that? I mean,
I mean,
playing so many
yeah,
tournaments continuously.
yeah. Sorry to point you
Hmm.
out wrong. I
Hmm.
actually played 17 tournaments in a row. Yeah,
17. Oh my God.
yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Yeah. I mean,
So how does that
yeah.
work? How did you plan this thing?
Yeah, actually, I think if I'm not mistaken,
Mm.
a morning my father woke me up suddenly, and yeah, I was my eyes were actually open, and yeah, I could barely like kind of, I mean, give response to his words. He said that you're just wasting too much time on chess. Let's
Mm.
come back to studies and try to make something out of studies. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not really a good fan of studies, and yeah, he said that yeah because I was not showing very great progress in chess actually.
Hmm.
I was being in like 21 to 2200 from ages, and my
Okay.
rating was fluctuating till there. Yeah.
Hmm.
So and he thought that I was not serious. It later pointed out to be he just wanted to make me serious, and
Okay. He
yeah, he
wanted to
just
motivate you,
gave
sort
me
of.
yeah, exactly. And yeah, he
Okay.
gave me a 6 month time period. You have to prove yourself. Otherwise, yeah, you have to come back to studies and you have to leave chess forever. And yeah, hearing that, it was kind of like an earthquake for me. And
Okay.
yeah, and yeah, from that moment, I became very serious. And uh, so yeah, so that's the reason why I played this many tournaments to cover, like just to play as many tournaments as I can. Yeah, to
Yeah.
just to at least I just want to at least achieve an IM title because a lot of my age group players have already achieved it and they are already looking for their GM norms. And yeah, I didn't even have a GM, sorry, an IM norm, I guess, till September. Yeah. And yeah,
And
so
now you
that's
have got,
how
I believe,
I
4. I
planned.
mean, not even 3. You completed 4 and you also crossed the rating
No,
requirement.
actually, yeah, it was very, I mean, uh, kind of a bit sad, yeah, because I scored 6.5 out of 9 in my last event.
Hmm.
Like I was half point shorter for my fourth norm. But okay, I started off very badly. Yeah, I started off like 1 out of 3, and yeah, making a 5.5 out of 6 from the rest of the rounds was
Yeah, it's amazing.
yeah,
Really.
yeah. I was a bit like yeah, I was happy that at least I ended up in plus rating. I gained 5 points. Yeah, I was in some minus 21 or 22 in K20, and yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, I'm like I never expected to achieve a fourth no, but okay. Yeah, I'm glad that at least I ended up in plus rating. No?
I mean, it's a superb result, a superb string of performances, I have to say. If I may ask what your live rating is right now.
Yeah, like yeah. For now, I'm not in any tournaments,
Hmm.
and it has been already published. I was like,
Oh
I
yes,
think if
yes.
I'm
I
not
mean,
wrong, so
in this December
yeah,
ratings, it should be published, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think it's like 24-30, I believe.
Oh wow,
I hope I'm correct.
amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, this decision to play so many tournaments back to back, and then scoring, like okay, making decisions, playing certain tournaments are decisions which as players make every day, but to have it actually turn out so positively and so well that you score 3 IM norms,
Mhm.
cross 2400, and get your IM title, this is very inspirational stuff, I must say. Imran, if you can tell
Okay.
us, yeah, go on, sorry.
Yeah, I don't recommend this to everyone. Yeah, because yeah, I went alone and have done everything alone because I don't want to spend extra money. Yeah, because if one of my parents accompanies me, it's like too much. Yeah, to be 4 months, like a little more than 4 months in Europe, and
Yeah.
not even Europe. Yeah, I traveled to Asia, and yeah, like I went to Baku, Azerbaijan, Sri
Mhm.
Lanka.
Yeah.
and from there I went to again Belgrade, and from there
Mhm.
I went to Riga, Latvia, and from there I went to Abu Dhabi, and from there I went to Poland, and yeah, like it was like mixed journey. Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah,
It's sort of
it
all
will be
across
very
the world,
expensive. Yeah,
actually. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I'm just covering a few countries in Europe and Asia. Yeah,
Oh, I mean,
yeah. Absolutely not recommendable to anyone. Yeah, because yeah, you have to stay alone, manage everything alone. It was very difficult. I cannot express it in words, but it was very frustrating and very difficult. Yeah, I was kind of dying for Indian food, and yeah, I
yes.
mean, it was yeah. I just like kept this thing in my mind that I had only two options. Either I
Either
have to
this.
achieve IM title, IM title, and reach home. Otherwise, yeah, I was pretty much okay to die in Budapest. Yeah, yeah. I mean, because yeah, I mean, I just like only thing in my mind was this IM title. Yeah? I mean, because like I cannot really afford to delay this thing. Yeah, because yeah, on like by the time yeah. Also, I forgot to mention a huge thanks for ChessBase India who believed in me and has supported me in 2022. Had given me a laptop which has a great thing for me, and I'm still using it. Yeah, I'm really happy. I'm really glad that ChessBase India has helped me. Yeah.
No, no, I mean,
So yeah,
the whole
huge
plan
thanks.
is to support people like you who are
Yeah,
talented and who are in need, and to help them with the resources however we can. So,
yeah,
of course, you have
yeah.
put it to great use, as we can see over here. But
Yeah, maybe.
Imran,
Yeah,
just
I guess.
wanted to know a bit about yourself. Where are you from? What's your family background? And tell us a bit about yourself, really.
Yeah, so I reside in Vijayawada, Andhra Pradesh,
Hmm.
and my father is a police officer. He's in the post of circle inspector.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's
And
all. And my
like,
mother is yeah, yeah, and my mother is just housewife.
okay. So, how did chess come into your life, so to say? Like, was it some sort of family influence? Did you pick it up yourself? How was it?
Yeah, it was like basically I believe I was in second class. I believe if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I was watching too much TV, and I was kind of spending most of my time with the electronic devices. So basically, they want to at least cover a bit of time to the other things, being like keeping this electronic devices away. So basically, yeah, they tried swimming, they tried skating. Yeah,
Okay.
I hadn't got too much to that. So yeah, playing like when I got to know the rules of chess, I was very excited to know more and to play more. So I was just playing for fun in my academy, and my first academy was Roy Chess Academy
Okay.
uh, in Kakinada, Andhra Pradesh. It's a small, it's not a small, but yeah, it's kind of a decent town
Hmm.
in Andhra Pradesh. Yeah, and my first coaches were Mr. Rashekar sir and Mr. Lilakumar sir. Yeah, so I from zero to like from unrated to I reached. They made me to I believe some 1950 or something, and from there I was pretty much on my own for quite some time. And yeah, currently I'm working with I am Ravi Tejas actually.
Okay.
He's just like 30 minutes away from my home, so yeah,
Okay.
why not? Yeah.
So you guys basically physically work together, like sit together and solve positions and this sort of thing, yeah?
Yeah, like
Mm.
when I am in the city, then I'll go near him and work with him. But yeah, I think he was a bit busy during my tournaments. Like we didn't spoke anything actually. He was busy actually, and yeah, he's still busy. He's playing some tournament in
Mm.
Hungary actually. So yeah, yeah.
So
So yeah,
during this time, who were you working with? These 6 months or like however long was this series of 17 tournaments was for you?
yeah. I mean, like I think before my first time norm, I started working with him. So like it was, I believe, I think I reached out him on August, I guess. Yeah,
Mhm.
last week of August, and yeah, that was my tournament schedule. I reached out because I was so frustrated. I had no one to work with, and yeah, like I played like actually I played 8 tournaments in which
Mhm.
only 6 tournaments can be useful for a norm.
Okay.
So yeah, I was very very close in many tournaments.
Mhm.
Sometimes the average doesn't meet. Sometimes I couldn't make up like make up to the points. There was numerous challenges. Yeah, and so that's my last tournament actually, the
Okay.
ninth tournament. Yeah, and it was in Poland. Yeah, so it's an open tournament, and it was very strong. Yeah, the seeding was nice, and it was looking great chances for me to make a norm. So yeah, I don't want to waste this tournament, and also it is an open tournament, so I want to make norm somehow, because after that I can make norms in closed tournaments, because it is a rule that one norm should be open.
Yeah.
So I reached out him. So I worked very seriously for the tournament. I mean, of course, I've worked seriously for the rest of the tournaments, but
Yeah.
I couldn't make up to the norm. And yeah, and the last tournament, yeah, somehow I made a norm around to Speria. I was very much relieved, because yeah, when you play 8 tournaments and you get nothing out of it, and at the last tournament you made a norm before like after going India, it was very happy. I was very happy personally, yeah, making my first norm in IM tournament. Yeah, I believe I started off my journey from Baku offline on 20th or 29th of June, and I ended
Okay.
up my first trip on September 3rd or 4th. I came back home on September 5th. Yeah, and from there I was looking forward to rest for a time. Yeah, and again I felt that yeah, anyways, from December I have to go to college, so I had no time. Yeah, to
Mhm.
basically if I had to wait, I have to. I mean, I believe I can only play in March. So yeah, I felt that I cannot afford to wait. So yeah, building up strength again. Yeah, I cleared a tournament, Chennai M round robin tournament, 29th Chennai M round tournament. Yeah, I actually planned after the tournament to play some tournaments in Hungary. I planned like, yeah, like I wanted to play 7 tournaments in which I was expecting, I just need to score 2 norms, because my rating was already touched in this Chennai tournament. So
Okay.
basically, yeah, I like generally like, yeah, I expected like, okay, I'm playing 7 tournaments. I can, yeah, 2 norms so he joined. Yeah.
Mhm. Yes.
So I was just in this mindset. Yeah. And also I had like my live rating was around 2391 after making my first IM nom in this Poland. Yeah. So I just expected nothing out of this Chennai round robin tournament, because I just I had an opportunity. I got invited. So why not to play? So I
Yes.
was in this
Of course.
mindset,
And
and I
it's a
just
good
wanted
tournament. It's
to,
a strong tournament. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, of
Yeah.
course. And they're
Yeah.
doing great job. They're
Mhm.
just taking very less fees, and they are giving great opportunities to Indian players. Yeah,
Yes.
huge
Mhm.
shout out to them. And also,
Yes.
yeah, so
Mhm.
yeah, I wanted to play it, and my only goal is to cross this 9 points. Huh? I was 2391, and I just
Mhm.
want to touch this 2400 in life. So
Correct.
I was having this only goal. Yeah? Because anyways, I'm going to Hungary. I'm playing A7 tournament there, so I can make a norm. I can
Mhm.
make 2 norms. So yeah, I just wanted to play this for the rating. Yeah? So yeah, actually, it turned out to be very great, more than what I had expected. Yeah, I was 4 out of 4, and I was doing very very well. And yeah, I just need 3 out of 5 rounds, and yeah, and I wanted to draw the next game, the fifth game, and I was 4.5 out of 5. And yeah, if I somehow manage to win the next game, I will be 5.5 out of 6, and somehow I can make all the 3 games draws, and I can reach 7/9. So I was pushing really hard, really hard for the sixth game to win.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, it turned out to be very very bad, and I lost that game, and I was in like, I was very, very frustrated. And I was almost into tears, because, yeah, I got a very great opportunity and messed it up. And still, I managed to build up hope, and I reached somehow 6 out of 9, and I got a must win with black. But somehow I wasn't able to make it. Yeah, so before leaving to Hungary itself, like I got to I got like a setback. Yeah, I was 6.5 out of 9, and
Yeah.
I was half point short from my mom. Yeah, yeah, I mean, I didn't even have time to regret or cry, because like the tournaments were just one day after another, and like the whole day is spent on travel, and yeah, and the next day I'm going to play around in Hungary. So yeah, basically I don't even have time to cry, and
Yeah.
yeah, that's how it went. And yeah,
It's so busy. Yeah. Like
yeah,
back to back to back. I mean, these events.
yeah, it was very very like difficult to play this many tournaments. The only reason I played only because I don't want to delay this IM title, and also I had to wait till April. So yeah, I was trying all. I was just going all out to become an IM. Yeah.
So
So
I
yeah,
just wanted
that's
to
how.
know more about this thing. Uh, like in sort of these tournaments which you're playing, 17 or 18 tournaments back to back, you're playing these round robin events, some Swiss events, some round robin events. In these tournaments, your major goal is to score a norm. So you're always looking at to score this many points. Let's say 6.5 out of
Yeah,
9,
yeah,
or 7 out of 9.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was only playing for the norm because I know that like the rating can be achieved anyways. Yeah, because I'm playing this many tournaments. So,
Yeah.
but
So
you cannot achieve a norm in every tournament. Yeah,
correct, correct. And if you do
yeah,
score 7 out of 9 or 6 out of 9, there are pretty good chances that you also have that you're also having a rating gain. Most of the cases it would be
yeah,
the
yeah,
case.
yeah,
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
So
Perfectly.
here's my question. When you have this mindset of going after these results, that I have to score this much points, I have to score that much points, does it really affect your playing style? Because you have to many times play fighting chess or many times push in a position which maybe doesn't warrant pushing. So how do
Yeah,
you
it does.
adapt with that?
Yeah, yeah. It actually does affect when you're like the only thing. Yeah, like if you lose a game, yeah, first of all I used to think that yeah, my parents are spending this much money and sending me alone, and also I'm struggling here. And like I some like some moments were like, okay, I was feeling like, am I really suitable to chess, or I'm just wasting my parents money because I was not showing results in a proper manner. And yeah, I was very frustrated. And yeah, despite thinking of the game, I was always wondering about, yeah, I just wasting my money and all of these things. So yeah, that's how it would have affected me. From games perspective, nothing much, yeah, because I have many tournaments to play.
Hmm.
I used to cope up with it, yeah.
But you're still able to cope up with this feeling and you're able to put pressure where it is needed and still able to keep a rational mind so that you are not pushing too much in a position which seems like drawn. Yeah. This balance must be really
No,
hard to
no, no,
strike.
never. I would never like to settle for a draw in a draw position, especially with the low rated. I always try all of my chances, all of my resources. I have everything which I have to make something out of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would never like to settle for a draw. So
Wow.
especially with the lower rated players. So I
Yes.
will try my all out. So, like most of the cases, I managed to grind out like, I mean, many dead draw positions. And yeah, some of them it just like I overpushed and I lost them. But yeah, more like most of the games I managed to win in a draw positions.
So this thing is really unique in the sense that you're able to push for the maximum without hurting yourself too much, and you're always doing that. No short draws, no nothing. Always going for the
Yeah.
maximum.
Every
Wow,
time, yeah, every time.
that is really
Yeah,
fantastic. I mean, I'm really impressed to hear your mindset in such a young age. You are only 15 years old, yes, Imran?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it's amazing, and you are clearly on the right track, getting so much results. Uh, going your way. And was this something you changed? Did something change in you when you decided to play this series of tournaments, or have you always been this way,
Yeah,
like playing
I
combative
mean,
chess?
like when you have a draw position in hand, why don't you play? I mean, you have to use all of your chances. Yeah. Okay. At the end of the day, if your opponent shows up well, then it'll eventually end up to a draw. End
Yeah,
up to a draw. Yeah.
correct,
So
correct.
why not to push? Yeah. If you just make a draw, it's just like losing rating, and you have to face a low rated player in the next round, if it is a Swiss event. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, just why not if you can make. And also yeah, I mean, from the start I was in this mindset, yeah. And also yeah, like not in every game I used to do this, only in a few games where maybe
Where
I'm
it is
getting a
critical, you have
championship,
to
maybe.
push. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly, yeah. And also the reason why I started to do this in every game, because I had very less time. I have the 6 months in my mind. So yeah, so
So now that
yeah,
these 6 months are over, now you are back home again, and you have
yeah, actually I made it before the 6 months. I made it in
yeah,
a little more than 4 months. Yeah,
surely.
yeah.
So once that you have finished this goal and you're now back home, how do you think about things moving forward? Of course, like the same urgency won't be there, maybe, But what's the next goal, or how's the environment in your family right now that you've achieved such a big thing?
Yeah, after becoming an IM, I feel that okay, like I personally think that I should not keep any goals because like GM title is very far to think, and also yeah, I mean like I just want to like okay, just enjoy chess from this position. Yeah? So I don't really want to think about this GM and everything. I just want to play tournaments, enjoy chess, which I hadn't done in the 17 tournaments because I was always in this tense mindset that I have to
You have to do
score,
it. You have to do it like this, yeah.
we have to be an IM. And yeah, and for now, I just want to enjoy chess. Yeah, if it turns out well, then maybe I can make a GM. But yeah, I'm not thinking about this for now.
Fantastic. Now let's look at some of your games. Actually, you had sent me some interesting games, which I also went through,
Yeah,
and there were some really interesting moments. So I wanted
yeah,
to take a look at few of them just to understand your playing style, so also our viewers can see what kind of chess you really play. So
sure,
let's go there. As for this game, this I felt was also quite nice. And this I wanted to go from the start, maybe. Can we discuss that?
sure, as you
Let's
wish.
go. Okay. So you have the white pieces and you're playing against an opponent sort of your rating, like just a little bit lower rated, I think, at the point.
Yeah, he's very strong. Yeah, he's almost. I think he's an IM by now.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
really.
So maybe like a very similar trajectory to you in that
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
also I was not really motivated to this game too much because I was again had a very worst start.
mm.
I was like one out of three. I just wantedly pushed in equal positions to make out something, and I eventually lost. So yeah, I had no great motivation left for this game. So yeah, the only thing which in my mind was okay, I don't want to lose at least. Okay, if I don't feel comfortable or if I don't feel confident, I'll just make a draw and come back and relax for a bit. So
and the
yeah,
opening choice was also inspired by that, maybe, or was it because it is
no,
because this does seem like a position where you can fight.
not really. Like I hardly checked this. Okay, everything was pretty much known, and I mean till knight a3 I know
Okay, so knight
actually.
a3 and castles was
Yeah,
maybe the
this
new
is
move
a
for you.
actually, I expected him to play bishop d6, and I just don't know anything after bishop d6. I just know that not here actually. Instead of bishop e7, direct bishop e6, bishop d6.
Instead of bishop e7 after castle, you wanted to play.
Yeah,
You thought he will play directly bishop d6. Yeah.
yeah. I just know this plan of playing bishop g5 and taking on f6 and bringing my knight to via d2 and d4.
So
Yeah,
this is sort of the plan which you wanted to execute.
yeah.
Okay,
And
but
like I just know that this is the plan, yeah, how it works. So I don't know about bishop e7. I just very briefly checked that knight a3 is a move. Like okay, this line I think I checked like I mean very long ago. Like I don't even recall anything.
okay. So after castles, it was sort of a fresh position for you already, where you will treat it like a normal position and to think like what are the plans here.
Yeah, yeah. As long as you
Mm.
know what the decisions to be made and what are the plans, what are the ideas, it is never a new position because you can try to invent something out of this position. There
But
are many plans like still I can play bishop f4, knight c2, but knight c2 is pretty much natural because I had already committed knight a3, so it makes sense to double
yeah,
reroute my knight to c2.
correct. Knight c2, e5, rook
Yeah,
e1, bishop d6.
yeah. Here actually, I felt that bishop d6 is a big mistake.
Okay,
I initially expected him to go knight d7.
knight d7. Okay,
Yeah,
with the
and
idea.
here I couldn't able to find anything for me. Like
Mm.
there is only one direct move, but it finally ends up with great activity for black. Maybe a slight edge for me, which is b4 actually, and this is the move I considered after knight d7
b4.
because there is yeah because there is no other way I could make progress here because instead of b4 I just don't see a move actually.
Okay, so
Let's
after
say if I,
b4, what if he just takes the knight?
yeah, here comes the point. I can take on e5 with
Can
my
take
knight.
on.
Yeah,
Yes, and then okay, you just get the pawn
yeah,
back. So that's sort of the
yeah,
idea. And you maybe play
yeah,
this position.
yeah. But black has some activity now. His both bishops are free, and there
Yeah,
is no blockade in
yeah.
between. But
Maybe
meanwhile, in
when
return,
your like
yeah,
your rook
bishop
can also be
f6.
harassed a bit. Yeah,
Yeah, but I can. I thought I can just play rook b5. I'm not really sure about the evaluation, but okay. I felt that yeah, I know that it should be. I should at least own a slight edge. Yeah,
yeah. Like you thought that this should be fine for white.
yeah, like yeah. As I said, I just don't want to lose. Yeah, that's the only thing which I had in mind. Yeah,
Yeah. But bishop d6, you thought that this is not such a good move.
yeah, yeah. Bishop d6 is definitely a very bad move, and yeah, once I got b4, uh, I think he just took a lot of time, like close to 30 to 40 minutes, I guess,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it
Maybe I
is
didn't
really
consider
difficult
this
for.
move. Yeah,
I mean, I just didn't even think for a second. Like during rook e1, I thought that knight d7, bishop d6 are alternatives. And for bishop d6, I just prepared b4 as a move. And for knight d7, I was thinking a bit. And initially, I realized that I don't have anything instead of b4. So yeah, I was in that mood, and he just played bishop d6, and without like I hardly took time to play b4.
okay. Like you very like very instantaneously sort of you made this move.
Yeah, it felt very natural actually. Like it is a better version of knight d7 because in knight d7 you are getting an opportunity to get exchange some pieces, but here it is very direct. Knight b4, and bishop b4 after in this position.
Knight b4, bishop b4, and now you just get this
And
pawn. There's no nothing. Like you just
yeah,
get it.
I'll take. No, I cannot take with the knight. My rook on even is hanging.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, you have to take with
So
the
I'll
rook.
take.
Yes. Right, right, right.
Yeah, and here I just don't see a move for him. There are many things. Rook b1, like then I don't have six is totally useless, I guess, for
Yeah,
the time being.
yeah. So maybe if the knight was not there, that would have been better maybe for black.
Yeah, at least she could play knight c5 at some point, and at least to uh, put pressure on my d3 pawn, supporting his d4 pawn with the queen, and also protecting his b7 pawn. So yeah, knight on c5 is better placement than f6.
Right.
So yeah, here I think it's just very bad position for him, positionally.
So he didn't go into this though. He played bishop g4. Your
Yeah,
opponent Nguyen.
which I definitely expected after playing before because that's the only move which makes sense.
Mm.
Because once I play b5, I'm just like he's just losing the e5 pawn, so bishop g4 is the only move which makes sense.
Yeah. So c5 now,
Yeah,
taking even more
yeah,
space. Bishop
yeah.
c7,
This move also I played very instantly, and yeah, b5 again is also very
b5.
like I just played, didn't even
Yeah.
think,
And your
hardly
pawns are
took
just
time.
rolling on the queen side already. His center is a bit weak.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
h3 here. Bishop
yeah,
h5. Maybe just
yeah.
taking the bishop was a possibility, but sorry, like
Hmm.
maybe just taking
No,
the
no.
knight was a possibility, but he took it back.
No, like taking the knight is very bad for him. Bishop h5 is the best move actually because once I can play queen f3, knight like let's say knight e d5.
Queen f3, knight e d5.
Okay, I mean hard. Yeah, just bishop d2, and yeah, I don't see a move for him because everything is it's black is just too passive. I mean,
Yeah, like
like
everything is
my
tied up, and these central pawns are also in badly need of support. They will be captured maybe
yeah,
at some point.
yeah. Eventually, I planned knight b4 after after bishop d2. So yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's positionally
that is.
it's very worst for him.
Yeah, it's almost close to lost. Yeah, or it is lost
Yeah,
maybe
definitely.
at the time.
Yeah, it is lost,
So,
I guess.
so h3. That is why he decided to preserve his bishop at the moment with
Yeah,
bishop h5.
yeah. Here, I got the point why he took so long because his whole point was, well, let's say if I play g4, he wanted to sacrifice knight and generate some counter player, which he was never getting that position. The only
Okay,
this was
so
his last. Okay,
after g4, if he takes with the knight, h4, bishop g4.
yeah.
Uh, and do you think black has good play here? Like, what are black's plans? What is the complete?
Practically yes, but I was very sure that at least I should be owning a +1.
Mhm.
because there is no direct counterplay. His bishop on c7
Yeah, it's
is
not
not in
open,
the
yeah,
game
this
as
bishop.
of now. Yeah,
If this pawn was not
and
here,
but
it would be a different story.
no, no, yeah, yeah, but still, like somehow, like my knight on c2 is not really contributing to the
Yeah.
king's side actually. So I felt that okay, as I said, I just don't want to lose. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to get
Go
in all
into
of these things. No?
such of a thing, right? So that
Yeah,
is
yeah,
why
and
after bishop h5, you played bishop g5
yeah, yeah,
instead of g4. You
yeah.
developed your last piece, not going into any of this business, and you still
Yeah.
return a better
Be-
position.
yeah, because the whole point is, let's say if he moves his knight, e knight to d5, let's say knight e d5,
Mhm.
I can comfortably play g4, yeah, because can no longer take the g4 pawn with his knight because it's
Yeah,
pinned.
yeah.
So
So like now the knight is not
yeah,
working anymore. Correct, correct.
yeah,
That
yeah,
was the
exactly.
idea of
That's the
bishop
point.
g5. Correct.
Yeah,
And after knight fd5, now came in g4,
yeah,
and now he is forced to move the bishop. He has to, and now you just take the
yeah.
pawn.
Now, yeah, I just played g4 very fastly that I didn't even realize this 95 is like I'm getting into some a bit trouble, I guess, after 95 because just completely underestimated this f6 idea after bishop takes
Bishop
e5.
takes.
I just thought I can just take with the rook, and I just completely missed f6 actually.
Okay,
It is very, I mean, very stupid of me to just miss this very simple move, but yeah, somehow
okay.
I missed it.
And yeah, now you're getting forked, and now it is actually black who will get
Yeah,
back some material. So you just missed
yeah,
this thing of
yeah, and
f6.
yeah, and I was pretty much forced to play 95 because I don't have anything.
Yeah. So you just
Yeah,
took
now,
bishop e7, queen e7, bishop d5, and
yeah.
rook e8. And but still your position looks quite pleasant, I feel, but maybe not as pleasant
Not
as before.
actually not like let's say if he's king on let's say if he just plays king h8 and f5, I think it's I'm in very big trouble. Yeah, practically, yeah, I know that I should be at least better actually.
Yeah,
But the thing is that my knight on c2 is not contributing anything on my king
right.
side, and his bishops are looking very deadly. Yeah,
Correct.
but yeah, he actually made very like how can I put it? Very unnatural decisions actually. Which
Okay.
like basically I'm only thing I'm looking for is just to exchange one of the bishop, like let's say the g6 bishop,
Yeah,
and my risk of and the risk is just totally over, yeah, because I
yeah,
can cover up my pieces just like let's say rook e to knight even bring it out to g2.
yeah.
So yeah, I was thinking how can do this. So yeah,
Knight
I
e1,
played
and
queen
maybe the
f3.
knight can be activated once it is on the f3 square again. Right.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And
Okay, but
also I was playing. Yeah, please go on.
yeah, so I was saying that after bishop d5, we decided to play rook a d8, queen
Yeah,
f3, and queen c7. This might not be
yeah,
also the most accurate decision, I felt.
yeah. Maybe there is an option to take the pawn on c5 to regain his lost pawn.
Yeah,
Actually, uh, where I was considering to take rook into e5, queen into c2, and yeah, practically I think the game should just end after playing bishop c4 because he just has nothing to like no counterplay at all.
yeah.
Let's
And
say if he
now
just plays rook e8,
and now the queen is also a bit awkwardly placed, I feel. It is
yeah,
sort
I
of
guess I
out
can
of the
just
game.
yeah, exactly, exactly, and yeah, and all of it's very great. Uh, I mean, combination of my pawns that everything is supported, and like the bishop on c4 is very very powerful. Yeah, his bishop on g6, he can never move that bishop. f7 is hanging. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
it's a dream position.
yeah,
So I felt I can the game I can just end the game like if he just plays queen c5 at the point.
yeah.
Yeah, I expected him to play queen c7, which he did actually.
So that's why I did play queen c7 here. And
Yeah,
now c6. Now your queen
yeah,
side pawns keep rolling, and this one will be a like sort of a key one. C6,
yeah,
bishop
yeah.
d3.
Yeah,
Uh,
I actually considered him to go bishop d3 because that's the only source of play for
Counterplay.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah,
The idea is, of course,
and
deflection, that he will take this bishop of yours, right? That is the idea.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and yeah,
So,
I was very relieved that I can never lose this position because one of the bishop is out. So,
yeah,
and as you know, knight is a great blockader.
correct.
So I
It
can,
can
like,
very effectively blockade this pawn, yes?
yeah, let's say if my knight is on d3, it's just over for him for some
Correct,
reason.
correct. It's sort of a risk-free
Yeah,
thing for you now.
yeah, yeah,
Right. Rook d5 and knight b4 you played. Uh,
yeah,
Already this knight is now starting to get active. It's not so passive anymore.
yeah, yeah,
Rook c5, a4. And
yeah.
what were your thoughts about the position at this point? Did you think already that you were quite better, or what were you thinking?
Yeah, I was not feeling anything. Yeah, because like uh, my opponent is actually, I mean, he was showing some very confident reactions, and
Okay.
so I was not sure about my calculations. Like he
Okay.
was showing reactions like some like he had equalized the position, or maybe he's better. But
Okay.
yeah, like I felt that okay. I mean, at least this is not losing. So yeah, like
Let's
after
just
a4, it's yeah. Like the whole point playing a4 is that just to support the b5 pawn.
great.
Yeah. So and I couldn't find a move for black actually.
Yeah.
I the only thing I saw is he can play queen a5.
And which
Instead
is
of
what he
that,
did
he
in the
don't.
game actually. He
Yeah,
did play queen
exactly.
e5.
Yeah,
And now rook a b1,
yeah,
bc, knight c.
yeah. Here I think that it's pretty much over for him
So this
after
b
rook
takes
a.
c6 was maybe not the correct choice, yes?
I guess yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
Maybe he should have continued, but already this position seems a bit difficult for black there because there doesn't seem to be any clear plans. And these pawns
yeah,
seem
yeah,
quite strong, these B and C pawns.
yeah. And he was very low on time, so I guess it's quite natural for him to. He couldn't resist. Yeah, he has to do something. He
Yeah.
cannot uh,
He cannot stay,
afford to keep the.
yeah, and basically he cannot sit still for so long. He has to make some sort of
Yeah, of
action.
course, of course,
That is
of
the
course.
thing. So knight
Yeah,
C6, queen
yeah. I
C7,
was. It's
and
still not really not easy actually because I'm going into a like I was a bit worried about rook into even, and rook d8.
this position. And
Although he isn't threatening anything because he cannot take. I can just mate him on e8. So,
yeah,
but still, like maybe he could fight on for a draw. Maybe
yeah,
I guess
he
this is
can,
I guess this was his best chance, I believe,
like, he
to
can, in this
survive.
position, he can still fight for a draw. But that's the most, of course. There are no winning chances
Yeah,
for
yeah,
black, of course.
yeah.
But
But
this
he
was his
just
best
like
bet.
totally, yeah, he just totally made a very wrong practical decision to keep both rooks on the board.
Yeah, but now this is quite dangerous. After rook
Yeah,
c5,
it's just
a5.
over.
Yeah. And now I feel the finish was pretty smooth. This nice move b6 was, I think,
Yeah, yeah,
quite nice. A
yeah,
B A B queen c6, queen e5, just centralizing your queen.
yeah,
Rook c3 and b7. And already this is just completely over. Rook
yeah.
h3
Just
doesn't
queen.
really matter because now you have
Yeah,
queen
just
f4.
queen e4 and
Queen c7, I think he played. Now just queens.
yeah.
And yeah, it's over because I guess if he takes, then you have this
Okay, I have
nice queen 8.
two ways to make it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
rook e8 and mate. Uh, a game which seemingly felt like nothing much was going wrong for your opponent, and suddenly you started getting good play, and
yeah, yeah,
I mean you just managed to outplay him. So
yeah.
in general, I got the impression that you are a person who likes dynamic positions where there's a lot to play for, and their
Mm,
opening ideas reflect that maybe.
Not really. Actually, I'm more of a positional player now.
Okay.
I like only positional chess. I have no interest to play dynamic position. But okay, I mean, I am like two-way player. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I react as how is the position. So, I mean,
The
most of the positions I get at this level are very positional, very slight positional advantage, and
yeah.
I
I
have to
mean that is true.
make use of it. Yeah, yeah. And also
Also,
there was a game. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
go
Please
on.
go on.
No, I was saying that also these days players need to be very universal, right? That you need to learn
Of course, yeah,
both skills.
exactly.
You have
You're
to play
absolutely
sharp
right.
positions well, and also you have to play slow positions or positional positions well.
Yeah,
So that is there.
exactly.
Uh,
Yeah,
but Imran, I mean, what a journey, a fantastic one at that, and some really great games
yeah,
on the way. Three I am norms on the way, crossing 2400, and now I am title on the way.
yeah.
Uh, who are your
Yeah.
inspirations in chess? Who motivates you?
I mean, yeah, I like this player, Rapport Richard.
Oh,
He inspires me a lot. Like the way how he creates creative ideas from the position. Yeah, I learned a lot from him.
and is opening preparation something you like bringing out ideas from positions, like sitting with the
Yeah,
computer and figuring out new lines? This do you enjoy this?
not too much because despite getting an slight advantage in the opening, I couldn't maintain it for so long. So I like more to play minus positions so that I can
Okay,
escape and so that like I can get an idea how to escape. And yeah, and I have escaped many games in this tournament. Like I think close to 20 are losing, and I managed to save many games. So
okay. So
yeah,
you feel that is also quite a critical skill, right? That
yeah. Every
solving your
player
way
has
out of
to
from
do
a
it.
worse position, sort of, you can say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And also there was this game which helped me to make my last round. Actually, it was very great. Actually, it was very tactical. I think the game was with To Nhat Minh in the eighth round of uh,
So it was
Vezerkepzo All
this,
Saints.
yeah. This game against To Nhat Minh. Wait, I'll share my screen. So this was the game which helped you make your final IM now, yes?
Yeah, I was never really see that coming, but yeah, fine. Like it was kind of a big shock for me that I made my nom because I missed it in many like I believe from 4 or 5 tournaments. So yeah, it was very normal for me to get an opportunity and miss the nom. So I was not too worried about the nom. So yeah, I mean, I
But
was
you
five
were
and a half out of yeah, yeah.
like you were like not having maybe too many expectations. Okay, you were the black pieces in this game, I think.
Yeah. And also, just to mention this To Nhat Minh, he's I mean, he hasn't lost like 100 games with white. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I broke his streak. I don't know. But yeah, like I can just I cannot see a loss with white actually in his FIDE
Oh,
profile. So I
wow.
was okay. I mean, I don't know how he managed to do it, but okay, that's too impressive. Yeah, not
Yeah,
losing a single game with white pieces
yeah,
for
that's
like nearly
that's
100 games.
yeah, maybe he's like too solid or his repertoire is like that.
Not
So
really, not really. He's a very strong player. Like he's very strong actually. He's not like very solid player.
fantastic. So and in this one, I think you got, I mean, you were playing for a win, it was clear, right? You picked the
Yeah,
Sicilian in this game. And you have to win
yeah.
this game, right? To get the norm.
No. Like I was having also a last round, but
Mhm.
it was like I had to experience a must-win scenario. So I definitely don't want to do it. And everything I was hoping for was just a fighting position
Yeah,
instead of a solid position. So yeah, I wanted a fighting position in which both sides have opportunities to win.
yeah,
Because the whole point is I don't want to get tense for the last round. Let's say if I lose this game, there is nothing more to be done. I just lost my norm, and okay,
yeah.
I can just play my last round comfortably. If at all, like, if I had to win the last game, I will like until the game ends. Uh, like my heartbeat will be raised. So I just don't want to experience that.
Yeah.
And also in the previous tournament, I was very near. I was 5 out of 9 in the same tournament where we have analyzed this game with the Vietnamese player. I was,
Yeah.
despite being having a bad start with 1 out of 3, I managed to make great comeback with 5 out of 9, 5 out of 8, sorry. And I just need a last, I just need to draw the last game to become an IM basically. But
Okay.
I managed to lose that game very brutally. So I was very upset, and because I never got this this great chance to get a IM now, so I was very unhappy. And yeah,
You
so
wanted
I was
to fix that in this game, like you wanted to score a good win. That was your
yeah.
mindset.
I don't want the last must win.
Yeah.
It's not even draw. I have to win. Yeah,
Yeah.
the thing is, I need to score 7 out of 9 IM and 5 out of 9 for GM to in GM section actually to get
Mm.
an IM now. So yeah, uh, that's how it is. And I'm 5 out of 7 actually here. So yeah, if I win that game and I could somehow make a draw with white pieces in the last game. Yeah, I actually don't want to make a draw on purpose. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just okay. If it is a draw, then yeah, it's a draw. Otherwise, I just don't want to make it on purpose. So yeah, I want to fight. I
Right.
was pretty much okay to lose because I won't be having a pressure in the last round. So
Right.
yeah, yeah, I just want to go all out. Yeah,
Yeah, bishop e3, a6, and g4. And he also responded in kind, I think, because he could have picked a line, maybe a safer line or something, but he did go for it, so to say. So that was also, I think, quite
yeah,
helpful for you. You also played
yeah. Actually,
b5, knight c6, queen c6, queen
yeah.
d2,
He was
and
playing
e4.
actually playing very fast. Yeah,
Okay.
I just saw this position maybe once, but I never actually analyzed it. I just know that 92 here after before I am pretty much forced to take on e4, yeah, because
Yeah.
I don't have anything.
Mm.
And yeah, I just know that uh, rook g1, I guess
Yeah,
that's
rook
what he
g1
played.
was played
Yeah,
in the game, and queen
yeah.
b7 you
From
returned.
yeah, actually, later I got to know that queen c4 is actually the main. I don't know
Queen
anything
c4.
from
Okay.
this point,
So this is the main
but
move, so
actually,
to say, in this position.
yeah, but I felt that yeah, like I just don't want to come into the bishop diagonal. Yeah, let's say if he moves his knight somewhere, it's more of a tempo. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's say knight d4 or something.
And then you
But
have to move
later
your
I
queen
got to
again.
that. Yeah, but later I got to know that the ideal placement of the queen should be on c7. Okay, never mind. I have
Yeah,
never
but
analyzed it. So
it was an original position for you, and you picked the move queen
yeah,
b7, and
yeah,
he
because
went bishop
that's
g2.
because that's the only choice for me to fight in the game and make the game keep going. Yeah, so yeah, so I wanted to risk it. There was no intention of mine to make a draw or something. So yeah, it was, but it feared me a lot because my opponent was playing very fast actually.
And this long castles and everything, maybe it was his preparation.
Yeah,
Yes.
I am not sure actually because the best move is not bishop g2, direct long castle.
Okay. So maybe he also
But
mixed up
okay,
it on the way,
yeah,
and he
yeah, but
long
it's pretty
castled you.
natural what he played.
Yes. And
Yeah,
it does seem like white has some good, like two nice bishops, and
yeah,
comparatively black is a bit underdeveloped so far.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
but
Basically, he had developed. I mean, he castled. He has also got his rook to g1. He had developed his 3 pieces, also the queen. And okay, none of my pieces have
yes,
developed so far. And okay, like
but you have to
he
develop them, and I think you started
yeah,
with
yeah,
bishop d7. Yes.
yeah. He has massive lead on development. Yeah.
So, what did you think was like? What were the thoughts about this position? Like when you had this on the board, did you think you were already slightly worse, or did you think it is a fighting position I can play? How was your mindset at this moment?
Yeah, I was pretty much know that this is not the best way to play, and also I couldn't find the accurate variation, so I went for it. And also there was no striking finish. Let's say if white wants to win, I couldn't find the striking finish, and also in every way somehow I was getting escaped because let's see if I play knight f6, first of all his g4 pawn is attacked. He has
Oh,
to either respond with g5 or h3 or f3, anything just to support the pawn.
let's say
With that I could
G5.
gain it. Yeah, I could. Yeah, definitely 94 is a blunder because at the end like he can just make me on d8,
Yeah,
bishop e4, d4, queen d8.
right.
Yeah, but I can play knight d7, but still it was not too great actually. But basically, I wanted to play this kind of
Knight F.
series of moves. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
knight of course deadly. Yeah,
that is why you started with bishop d7. And the good thing is that there's no like there's nothing which can attack the bishop or take a tempo on it. So maybe this is the
yeah.
most natural way to develop.
Also, I'm preparing for this long castle at
Correct.
some point.
You also want to castle long. That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
And you will decide the king side pieces placement a bit later in the game.
Yeah, I was very strong with this series of moves like bishop d7, knight d7, and there was nothing he can do. Like there is no direct finish. Yeah,
Yeah. Bishop 6 and slowly you are developing your own pieces. Bishop f6, gf6. The king
yeah,
side pawn structure doesn't matter because in any way you are
yeah,
going to castling queen side
yeah.
only.
Actually, just to point it out, bishop f6 is a serious mistake because
Okay.
I believe something like knight d3. I don't know actually. It should be better because it's just no sense to give up that bishop for a for just like it's doing extremely. It is just basically doing a great job being on center of the board and also covering many important diagonals as well. And yeah, I believe bishop f6 is just a mistake. It also creates an imbalance of like I have a dark square bishop which I actually need
Yeah.
because many of his dark squares are weak, and also let's say if I play something like bishop a4 rook c8, he will be forced to play b3. Then yeah, the whole diagonal is weak. Yeah? So bishop 6 is a serious error actually.
Yeah.
I
So
think.
yeah, whenever he plays something like this, then these squares
Yeah,
are quite weak. Correct.
yeah, yeah.
And so bishop f6 was certainly not ideal. And instead he should have picked maybe. Can you suggest any move here for white, which would have been better, you think?
Um, I believe knight d3 can be a move
Knight d3.
because at the highest he can just play knight c5 and just get the important dark square bishop, which I desperately need in this position. I cannot afford to give it back because also at the end of the day, the b4 pawn will be under attack.
Yeah,
So yeah,
this
that's
is a bit soft in this side.
yeah, yeah,
Right,
yeah. But still, I can play knight d7, and yeah, I was not able to find anything direct or something which is deadly. So yeah, I was escaping somehow.
right. But bishop f6 is a step in the wrong direction, as you mentioned, because now he has lost this bishop. Also, his dark squares are weak. And I think you
Yeah,
started to capitalize on that. Knight h5, you just ignored the pawn and go long castle.
maybe bishop e7 is a bit better actually, just to get a tempo. But okay, I was initially very happy that there is just no tension. I can just castle long,
Yeah.
and it felt very natural to me just to just castle, yeah, because I don't want to keep my king on the center for too long.
Yeah. And even if he takes, which he did in the game, I think you get bishop
Yeah,
e7 with a tempo. So,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. And then he was knight h5 and
And again,
a5.
I feel that it is a mistake. Yeah?
Okay.
Knight h5, g5 might be the best,
Yeah.
but knight h5 is very worse actually.
So after g5, you think there are better chances for white. Yeah. What would you have played if you played g5?
Mm. Yeah, so I was considering h6 and h4, quite an obvious move.
Six. He can't take really because the knight is hanging, and then h4.
Yeah, yeah, of course. At g5,
And
at g5. Yeah, I was considering to play rook h4 actually, rerouting my rook out to c4.
oh,
So yeah, I
c4. Huh?
was
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, and also at some point maybe I can just take on f6 and that f6 pawn looks so soft. So maybe yeah, I just like very briefly considered it. I haven't done any calculations yet. I just thought okay, rook c if my rook was on c4, I can have some chances. Yeah. So
Yeah. I mean, then you can also start to organize maybe a queenside attack or like
yeah,
on the king.
yeah, okay.
Right.
If he wants to prevent that rook c4, he has to play f4. And
Yeah.
again, that f4 pawn is against no,
Wait, sorry.
actually
If
f4. Yeah,
F4, sorry. Yeah.
sorry.
Uh,
Yeah,
F4.
and that f4 pawn is against off.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Then and it also becomes a target that can be attacked. Right.
yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Okay. But this was maybe the best course of action. But he did play knight
of
h5.
course.
And
Yeah,
you now played king b8, just I think
following
vacating the
with my
c8
plan.
square, right, for your rook.
Yeah, yeah, following with my rook c8 bishop f4 plan.
Yeah, making the dark
Yeah,
square shrink. That's the idea. He did play f4 here. Wondered now rook c8,
yeah,
rook
yeah,
g e1, and rook h g8. Just hitting this
yeah,
pawn.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no. Actually, here comes the reason why knight h5 is bad because the only counterplay he has is f4 and f5.
Yeah.
And now I'm threatening to take
Wait. Yeah. Sorry.
on g4 actually.
Yeah. Now your threat is this
Yeah, so either if he plays g5 in this position,
g5. Let's say.
he can never play f5 again because g5 is hanging. So
Right.
yeah, and
So that
also
is
let's
why
say
g5 first was necessary before pushing the f pawn.
yeah, yeah, exactly. If he plays if he would have played g5, there was no sign of rook g8.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, then that doesn't work
yeah,
because the knight is still here. There's no rook j8
yeah,
possible.
yeah,
Right,
yeah, exactly. That's
right,
the point.
right.
So
Okay.
and and one more good thing about rook g8 is let's say if he plays f5 at some moment, I can pin by playing bishop g5 actually. So
Yeah,
yeah, it comes with an extra benefit. Yeah. So
yeah. So this is always the this threat is that he needs to move his king first and
yeah,
then execute that sort of a plan. If he does
yeah,
at some point.
yeah, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
So
actually, I guess I went wrong actually here.
h3 he played. And then
Yeah,
you played the move bishop a4,
yeah,
which also seems, I mean, you are going ahead with your plan, right? Of rook c8, bishop a4.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
the whole
yeah,
idea. b3, bishop
yeah,
b5,
yeah. King b1.
king b1,
Yeah,
rook
here
c3.
I just totally went wrong with rook c3 actually.
Uh-huh.
It was pretty natural for me to just bring out my other rook to c8 and
Yeah,
just
and
to
just
take on
double it
c2.
up, yes. Yeah, on
Yeah,
this
and
plan.
I just totally underestimated his resources. Yeah, I was very very worried of f5. Maybe I could. There was no sign to win if he would have played f5
Mhm.
because yeah, what I had calculated is I just calculated very briefly. Totally went through my intuition actually. Like let's say if he plays f5,
Mhm. f5,
what I had seen is I can just play my rook g8 actually.
rook g to c8. Yes, just doubling up and continuing with your plan.
Yeah, I felt like let's say fe6, fe6.
fe6, fe6, rook c2, or like you can also play rook c2,
Uh,
right? After fe6.
but let's queen d5. I think white is just winning.
Queen d5. Ah,
I believe because the point is if I try to play bishop c6, there is queen e5 check. So yeah.
no, I think the engine points out there's rook g2 here, right?
Oh
Yeah.
wait. Oh wait. Uh,
I think just a
yeah,
move
yeah,
before, maybe your
yeah,
idea
yeah,
works. fe6,
yeah. Sorry. I just totally misevaluated. After
yeah,
rook c2, he can play queen f4 check actually.
yeah, queen f4 check should be the correct move, I think.
Yeah,
Queen
now he
f4
can
check,
just comfortably take the pawn on d5. Eh?
yeah. And now you are like down material, yes? Because his queen is
Yeah,
not under
exactly.
attack anymore. Now you can just take, I guess. Or,
With bishop, I believe.
yeah, with bishop, and then I think it's already,
Yeah,
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 it's already over
I-
sort of for black.
yeah.
Because now the
But
queen is hanging.
actually, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So I had to take fe6 fe6 first instead of playing rook into c2
Right,
at that position.
as you were saying, fe6, at least in calculations, that's why you considered fe6.
Yeah,
Rook
fe6,
c2.
but
Sorry,
no,
after
no,
fe6,
fe6 actually.
fe6, correct.
Yeah, rook
And
e6.
rook e6,
Now rook c2.
rook e6, rook c2.
Yeah, now I saw that queen d5 is too strong, and I just completely missed this queen d5 actually. I just totally underestimated. Okay, I hardly took time to play rook c3, so I had never seen
No,
all
but
of
here
this.
also I think queen f4 check is the main move. Queen d5 is
Yeah,
the
but
same issue, right? That there's rook
yeah,
g2.
queen d5. No, but this time I believe he can just take queen b7 and take the bishop on e7.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
like pretty straightforward without with zero complications. Everything is getting
Yeah,
extended. White,
right.
maybe white is even
Yeah,
winning, I
maybe white
believe.
is even a bit better here. It is possible.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay. So
yeah.
that is why you wanted to
So
avoid this. You wanted to avoid this f5 thing.
no, no. Actually, actually played rook c3, but like I hardly just calculated f5. So
Yeah.
just played very fastly.
But
Just rook
once you
c3.
made the move, you realize maybe that f5 is quite strong in this position. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Here he
Wow.
played a move which I never even look for a second actually.
He played a4. Oh my.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
The seems a bit
yeah,
odd. Yes.
yeah. This is a blunder actually, and maybe viewers can try to pause the video and try to figure out the move.
Yes.
I initially haven't thought about it, but
So
yeah,
when the
somehow I
move
was
a4
lucky enough to
appeared on
find
the
it.
board, did you like what were your initial thoughts that this is right, this is wrong? What were you thinking?
Yeah, now I was like worried 100 times
Mhm.
compared to previous one because I have to retreat my bishop either to c6 or to d7.
Mhm.
And if let's say if I keep my bishop on c6, it's just over for me. Just f5, and I can't even bring my other rook to c8 and keep the pressure on
Yeah.
c2. Yeah, so
I mean, if you
I,
keep
I
it
was
on
very
c6,
worried.
like these rooks are not even getting connected. That is the problem.
Yeah, yeah.
You're right.
And also,
Yeah.
if I play bishop d7, it's just
Mhm.
over. He can just play bishop d5 and he's winning a pawn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it was kind of a heart attack for me because all like everything has just
Mhm.
changed and I couldn't find a resource. But yeah, for just a second, I just considered this move, and yeah, I just felt that I just couldn't find any move for my opponent, and it was just over. Yeah, after that,
And you found this
I
beautiful
actually
idea, bishop d3.
yeah,
Yes,
and
this
there
is so
was
nice.
yeah, I think the best try could have been to just to take queen d3, rook d3, rook d3. It's still a game. It is still not so clear,
Yeah. I mean, of course, it's down material and you are better, but you still have to
but
play.
still like
Yeah.
always this f5 idea is very strong.
Yeah.
And
And this f5
yeah,
always opening many lines and starting sort of a like good attack on the black king. That is always there.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the only way, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe this
But
would have been the
I
best.
don't
But
know why, but he just
you just picked
yeah,
cd3.
just
Uh,
which is a big blunder. Yeah, it's just over at the spot. So
yeah.
I mean, he just
Rook
I
b3.
believe missed
King.
this rook a3. I think he
Ah,
just missed this rook a3 actually.
okay. He didn't see this like rook a3 check is possible. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay. I
yeah,
see.
and
But
this
now I
knight on
think,
h5 and bishop or g2 are totally useless. Yeah? They're
yeah.
just totally out of the game.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
now you just get a winning attack. Now with this rook also
and
coming to
also
white soon. And this is a big
yeah,
threat. After
yeah,
b3, you just go here. So rook a1,
yeah,
rook c8 now.
and,
Rook e c1,
yeah,
rook c2 check. Very nice touch. Take takes king
yeah.
c2, queen b3 check, king c1 and rook a1 mate. It was nice of him to play till mate, I guess. So just
I
letting
believe yeah.
you finish.
No, I think he hadn't seen this queen bit. Yeah, he thought that maybe I will just take rook a1 instead of queen bit.
So maybe that was the thing. But yeah, I think
Yeah,
this bishop d3 idea in itself is quite genius. This also might
yeah.
not be something which he had seen when he played the move a4.
Of course, of course,
Yeah,
of course. Yeah, of course. I was just very, very scared. Like after F4, I just couldn't even see a move actually. But somehow I just thought that okay, I was considering all the squares. Obviously, I will never consider to play it on E2 and F1. But yeah, I was considering bishop C4, bishop into F4, every useful and nonsense move for my bishop. But
yeah.
yeah, for a second I just thought that oh, why not bishop D3? It was seeming to so yes,
Screaming to
and
be played, so
also
to say.
yeah, it also feels quite great to make an IM in this with this
Yes, yes,
beautiful
yes.
game.
With
Um,
such a move, yes, like bishop d3. I mean, you'll surely remember
yeah,
this for a long time,
yeah, I
for
guess.
sure.
Yeah,
Uh, so Imran, it was a pleasure looking at your games actually and speaking with you. I think I got to know you a little bit better by looking at your games and talking to you. And a very inspiring story to say the least. Making IM norms in this fashion, getting the IM title, also playing such enterprising chess while you're at it, like playing good quality attacking chess. This is also which I enjoyed a lot. And
thank you.
I mean, it's only upwards from here. Yes. Wait, did you disconnect again?
No, I can see
Yeah,
you actually.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I can see you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. Now it's back. Yeah, sorry, I was saying that
Yeah,
it's only upward from here. Yes, that now you'll keep playing more and more strong events and on.
I guess yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to be back in the board game, but
Yes.
unfortunately I cannot make it. I have to study a bit. So
So right now, what's coming up in terms of you for academics? Like, is there some exams coming up, or what are you studying for at the moment?
yeah, so I've just completed my 10th in the, 2024. I guess on March. Yeah, so I'm studying 11. I've took this NPC stream, Maths, Physics, and Chemistry. So yeah, that's what I'm studying right now. Yeah, so that's all.
Yeah, and once the exams are maybe done, you will be back on the board again, playing some next tournament.
Yeah, definitely. I'll look forward to that.
Yeah. Uh, Once again, Imran, thank you so much for your time. And despite all the technical difficulties which we had here today, to stay back and finish this interview, I think it will be a very nice one. You showed your, like you shared your whole story. You also showed these nice games which you played. It was very nice speaking with you.
Yeah, same here, sir.
Thank you, Imran.
Thank you.